Hello everybody, today I will be sharing with you pretty much my first sketchbook after graduating high school. I've already filmed a video showing my high school sketchbooks, and after I graduated I really wasn't drawing. I did not keep sketchbooks for drawing, I only had the ones for uni. Those were full design. It's from June 2014 until November 2014. And the reason I bought it was because of my internship and because I had to document my ideas and the things that I was working on. I was working on HDR photography and panoramas, image-based lighting in 3D environments. So yeah, and I hadn't been drawing for I'm gonna say 2 years. 2012 was the year I stopped drawing and 2014 was the year that I started drawing. So the first stuff are all about image-based lighting and HDR and high dynamic range. It's a bit of a mess because I just really wanted to make it an interesting notebook, but then I just started to draw after a while. So anyway, these are my experiments and this is the first drawing we have. Okay, nothing exciting, but I used charcoal, drew a sketch in the bus, and then I think I did the charcoal at home. Here we have my hand, oil pastel apple, Wednesday, a little weird alien here. I was using soft pastels, I think. This was definitely from a reference. Looks weird, I'm not gonna lie, I liked it at the time. But yeah, drawing a chair. See, I wasn't trying to draw realistically. I only used materials that I already owned, that I had from years ago. So yeah, I wasn't buying any new art supplies. I only bought a white gel pen, which is something I never thought of buying. Here's another beautiful lady imagination drawing. Soft pastels again. Here we have ink drawing. I bought my first ink. I already had black ink, I bought it for uni, but I actually started buying new art supplies and I bought this ink. I also bought a dip pen and little thingies to change the front bit. And yeah, it's a very rough sketch, very ugly, but in case you're wondering, that's Merlin and that's Arthur. Okay, this is a self-portrait. Well, I took a picture of my face and doing a pretty similar expression, and I just started going crazy with it. This must be watercolor. I bought a very cheap kind, horrible watercolors. Here we have a figure from the imagination. It looks horrendous. I am actually very glad to notice how much I have improved in just a year from drawing pretty much every day. My hand, my feet, God, those look weird. Another self-portrait-ish. Again, I'm not trying to make it look like me, I'm just drawing the line. I'm not doing any foundation work. New ink, Charlotte and Irene. Charcoal of my camera. It doesn't look like the person I drew, it's actually James McAvoy, which I love, but that doesn't look like him at all. Straight from with an ink pen, no sketch underneath. Oh my god, this is horrible. This is horrendous. Oh my god. The opening sequence was Sex and the City, the TV show, where Sarah Jessica Parker just turns at the end and looks at the bus. Yeah, that's supposedly inspired from that. This is my hand, but this was drawn with my left hand. I'm right-handed. I think this must have been drawn without me looking or something. I don't know. I don't even know what this is. This looks so bad. Watercolor with an ink that bleeds through crazily. I'm not even gonna say who this is because I am ashamed. Here's another YouTuber. I just watched a video and I think it was somebody talking about sketchbooks. I don't even remember who it was, but he did this expression at some point and I paused the video and I was like, I'm gonna draw that. My legs and a cat drawing, thinking of another cat, more simplistic type of weird cat, and then a weirder cat. Oh, okay. I don't know how this came about. Probably imagination. I like the fact that I was using different fonts. For these two drawings I used a reference, but again I wasn't trying to make it realistic. I wasn't trying to follow the reference, but I just needed to, you know, see how do eyes look and how lips look. Yeah, terrible, 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 I know. Here we have another continuous line drawing, like no sketch underneath and markers. It looks horrible, I know. That's Irene, again from Sherlock, but that is not meant to look like her realistically. I was using her pose and her face as a reference, but it's really painful to look at the sketchbook. Oh my god. That's me. I saw this GIF and I just did this. I was in the library and that was bored, probably. Continuing this line drawing with pens, long lines. Yeah, you can see the result. It's pretty bad. Ink with my dip pen. Again, no construction underneath, just going straight with the ink on paper. I was really bored in class when I did this, I remember. Oh, this is a sketch for my Lego character. We had to do a 3D Lego character. It's actually on my Vimeo watercolor pencil. This thing is from the next page, actually, this green thing. But the actual face was pretty good. I was in a car waiting and I was just drawing the trees. Here's a imagination drawing. I think I had to do something for, yeah, for film production. I had to depict fear. I've also shared that short film on my blog and on my Vimeo. I'll link it down below. Oh my god. This was my first and only attempt for Inktober 2014. An imagination sketch. I don't even know what is going on here. Just I was afraid to look back at this sketch because I remember it looked horrible. This is kind of cute. I like this. A foot, of course, why not? And just some figures. A couple of monsters. These were just scribbles I turned into faces. Look at the cheap watercolors. Oh my god, it's so bad. But as a sketch, not terrible. Oh, this is terrible though. I was trying to do some form of caricature probably here. Imagination figure. I can see some construction underneath, so it means I started doing something. Here I did a copy of Franerd illustration. I love her style, but it's not mine. Oh my god. This is also inspired somehow by hairstyle. Don't even ask. I had a reference for sure. Now this face I like. It must have been a very bad week for me because I wasn't sleeping probably for uni. A reminder, just keep drawing, but this looks so bad. So I did a sketch of this when I was waiting at the bus stop. I was looking at my reflection in a mirror. I have a new ink, as you can tell, new color. The thing about here is where I started to look titles on my drawings. I bought a new marker and I decided to try that out. This woman is so weird, but she's just such a character, and she was literally telling everybody that she's taking her pee to the hospital. Anyway, I just love her face. Here we have a very quick self-portrait. I was looking down on my phone. Probably I was waiting for the bus. No construction underneath. I was just sitting there just waiting for my class to begin, so I just did a very rough sketch of the place. Oh my god, a rough sketch of the character that I attempted to draw in 3D for my final project and failed dramatically. What is this? Weird. Oh, finally I decided to do a figure drawing with a reference. I understand this wasn't a very interesting sketchbook, I'm sorry, but you know, these are the first beginning steps. It looks horrible, and it was like about a little bit over than a year ago. I mean, look at that, look at what I was doing. I'm just gonna give you a little example just to see the difference. I tried to find something similar in style. I hope you can definitely see the improvement in 1 year. Here's a year later. This is 2014, this is 2015 August. This is probably around September, October of 2014. You can definitely see both imagination drawings. Just want you to see the difference, the improvement. Oh, these are more equal. Definitely more equal. Anyway, I'm gonna show you the sketchbook later and not right now. I'm gonna go with the order that they were completed in chronologically. And yeah,